What if you could research a topic, find recent sources, compare different viewpoints, and organize your findings without opening 50 browser tabs? Perplexity is an AI answer engine that searches the web, synthesizes information, and plays citations beside its responses. In this video, I will focus on Perplexity and show you how to ask stronger questions, use follow-up prompts, evaluate sources, organize a research project, avoid mistakes, and turn fast AI answers into work for videos, articles, assignments, business decisions, and content planning. Understand that Perplexity is not a chatbot that answers from memory. It searches for information, collects material, and creates a response grounded in sources. That makes it useful for topics that change quickly, such as technology, marketing, business, software, travel, and current events. However, citations do not automatically make every answer correct. The quality of your research still depends on your question, the sources, and whether you verify the claims. Consider an example. Imagine you are creating a YouTube video about how AI are changing small businesses. A weak prompt would be, tell me about AI in business. A stronger prompt would say, explain the ways small businesses are using AI for customer support, marketing, administration, and analytics. Include examples, measurable benefits, risks, and sources from publication or company documentation. This prompt defines the audience, categories, evidence, time frame, and type of sources you expect. After receiving the answer, do not copy it to your script. Use follow-up questions to narrow the research. Ask which claims are supported by studies, which examples come from marketing, and where experts disagree. You could request a table containing the use case, tool category, expected benefit, implementation difficulty, privacy concern, and supporting source. Perplexity works best as a conversation because each follow-up can challenge, refine, or reorganize the information collected. Evaluate every source. Open the citation and inspect the pages. Check who published the information, when it was updated, whether the author has expertise, and whether the page supports the statement beside the citation. Prefer primary sources for product features, statistics, laws, research, papers, and company announcements. Use independent reporting for context and criticism. Be careful with blogs, articles, affiliate pages, and outdated summaries that may repeat claims without evidence. For academic research, ask Perplexity to prioritize peer-reviewed papers, university publications, government sources, and scientific organizations. A prompt might be, summarize evidence on whether remote work affects employee productivity. Separate randomized studies, observational research, and employer surveys. Report sample sizes, limitations, publication dates, and conflicting findings. This structure prevents the answer from blending different forms of evidence as thought they were reliable. Perplexity Research Mode is designed for investigation and analysis. Use it when a question requires more than overview, such as comparing a market, reviewing a complex topic, or preparing a report. Give the system an objective, the period we care about, limits, and the output format. For example, research the European AI video software market from 2025 to 2026. Identify major providers, customer segments, pricing approaches, adoption drivers, risk, and notable product developments. Present a report with citations. Projects helps keep research organized. Create a workspace for video, series, client campaign, academic topic, or business idea. Add instructions that define your audience, right style, source, standards, and output format. You can also keep related sessions and materials together instead of restarting your context every time. This becomes valuable then when a project develops over several days and requires connected questions. Perplexity can also work with files alongside web research depending on your plan and available features. For example, upload a campaign brief, researcher paper, spreadsheet, or report, then ask the system to compare the document with online information. You might request statistics, unsupported claims, sections, or contradictions between the uploaded material and sources. Always check whether the response is clearly distinguished information found on the web. A content workflow begins with discovery. Ask Perplexity for the themes, terminology, experts, organizations, and debates connected to your topic. Next, request a source list. Then create an outline based only on claims you can verify. After drafting your script, return to Perplexity and ask it to identify statements that need citations, areas where the wording is too absolute, and counter arguments you may have missed. This makes the platform useful before, during, and after writing. There are several mistakes. The first is asking a question that is broad. The second is trusting the summary without opening sources. The third is using only sources that agree with your conclusion. The fourth is ignoring publication dates. The fifth is presenting an AI-generated interpretation as a proven fact. Research requires uncertainty. When evidence is limited, mixed, or disputed, say so clearly. My recommendation Perplexity workflow has 7 steps. First, decision. Define the decision or question. Second, ask an overview with citation. Third, break the topic into searching questions. Fourth, request primary independent source. Fifth, open and verify the important citation. Sixth, organize the findings into a table or outline. Seventh, write the content in your own voice and perform a final fact check. If this tutorial helps you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with the topic you would research using Perplexity. Start with a specific question, inspect each citation, and keep refining your search until the evidence is clear. AI can accelerate research, but the trustworthy conclusions still come from careful verification, balanced sourcing, and human judgment. Bye bye.